Sometimes a phrase will embed itself in a part of your brain and stay planted there to be understood and revisited should the possessor of the brain, which incidentally is a nickname of mine, wish to. Here's one I've been carrying around with me for a long time now. The dim, incalculable hours. It's a line said in passing. It describes that hazy period of night morning where time has been lost track of. It doesn't actually make sense. Time can always be calculated, but I find it beautiful. And as a seasoned veteran of night owlmanship, I'm yet to encounter a more perfect description of being so far beyond bedtime. No doubt this is some basic literary device that I'm simply not read up on, but to me, it's cause to reevaluate an allegiance to logic in all situations, or should I say, to acknowledge its limits. Put simply, there are times when an inaccurate or imprecise description is the best one, where describing how a thing feels surpasses describing what the thing is. It's capturing a mood, a vibe, an essence. The poem Fern Hill by Dylan Thomas is an alchemic masterwork of evocative language. It speaks of a man gushing with sentimentality for the days of his boyhood, so simple and perfect, but innocent and now unrecapturable, buried beyond the fog of war.
Nothing I cared in the lamb-white days, that time would take me up to the swallow-thronged loft, by the shadow of my hand in the moon that is always rising, nor that riding to sleep I should hear him fly with the high fields, and awake to the farm forever fled from the childless land. Oh, as I was young and easy in the mercy of his means, time held me green and dying, though I sang in my chains like the sea.
You don't really know what he means by some of the phrases and lines. As many have speculated, they might not mean anything at all, but they evoke, or rather, provoke. You can't help but feel the restless joy, the layering of brimming summer vibes, the sense of a person stumbling over their own enthusiasm, giddy in their adulation, so consumed with their love for this place and time that the sentiment pushes its way through the vagueness and, in doing so, hits a part of you that precision can't. Sometimes, something is fundamentally lost in the act of trying to make sense. Life is inherently absurd and doesn't care to contort itself in ways that we find understandable. Logic and language are limited. Some things can only be seen by warping them.